let's talk about Justin Fields, right? Cause like, okay, in the comment sections on YouTube, in certain circles, you know, people have a mixed feeling about Justin Fields, and I don't understand why. Like, I remember making a comment that he don't have a whole lot of help. Coaching staff really not putting him in the best position to succeed. And me as a Carolinas fan, I feel like we missed an opportunity to draft a franchise quarterback. And a lot of the feedback was that, you know, Justin Fields not that good. He's an Ohio State quarterback. They don't do well in the NFL. He's not all that great. He's not better than, you know, X quarterback. And I'm like, what? This young man he has such toughness. His ability to stay in the pocket. He's not afraid to get hit. He can make some of the big throws in the NFL. Like last night's perfect example. That touchdown pass he threw to the young gentleman, that in the, you know, corner of the end zone, that was the NFL pass. The pass that he threw to Allen Robinson, and that kind of that connection, and Allen Robinson knowing, you know, when to anticipate to break off that route to give his guy enough space to make that throw down the field. That's NFL level stuff, and this kid can do it. He doesn't have an offensive line that can block consistently, a coaching staff that doesn't seem to really want to, you know, put him in the best position to succeed. It's like, you know, he's not in the worst spot, but he's not in the best spot. And it's like, you know, in Carolina, you mean to tell me that a guy like Justin Fields that has the arm talent and a left athletic ability, that he wouldn't fit in Joe Barry's offense and start to hit some of these deeper routes to Robbie Anderson and to, you know, DJ Moore? Are you serious? Like, no question. He would be an excellent fit with Carolina if we were to draft him. And having to implement a zone offense to where you have to worry about Christian McCaffrey and Justin Fields and Justin's ability to run the football. You know, Sam Darnold proved that he can run a little bit with the football, his athleticism in the Jets and with Carolina this year. But him and Justin Fields, you know, Justin Fields is a level above him as far as athleticism. And I think Justin Fields has this ability to, even in a bad situation, when given the opportunity, he can make plays. And teams like Detroit, like, they need a quarterback on a bad team that's able to make a play, or afford a playmaker to make a play, afford a receiver to make a play. You have Jared Goff in Detroit throwing the ball out of bounds on fourth down when you need you need to pick up some yards to get a first down, and you have Sam Darnold throwing 3 interceptions. Now, granted, interceptions are part of NFL. I'm okay with, you know, throwing interceptions if you're trying to make plays, but, you know, just kind of some of the throws Sam Darnold's making in Carolina, I'm thinking, you know, if we had a Justin Fields, if we can give Joe Barry a Justin Fields type quarterback, you know, who knows what would have happened. Like, I genuinely felt that Justin Fields was going to be one of the better quarterbacks. And, you know, someone made the comparison to Mac Jones. Mac Jones is doing X, Y, and Z. He's so much better than Justin Fields. Look at what he's doing in New England. He's with Bill Belichick, who is going to scheme according to what the strength of his quarterback is. And he's going to give that quarterback a specific job and duty to do in the offense. He's not going to say, Mac Jones, win me a ball game. He's going to say, Mac Jones, take what the defense gives you. If you got to dump it out to the running back, so be it. You know, it's better to get 3 or 4 yards than it is to try to get 15 and throw interceptions. And Mac Jones, you know, on top of that, he's coming from Nick Saban. He understands football. He understands the little things that you need to do to win in games. And he's in a system to where they put the premium on doing the little things to win ball games. He's not on a bad team to where like Detroit or, some of these other teams, like again, where Trevor Lawrence is in Jacksonville, where the team around you is not as good. So, or for whatever reason, the coaching staff can't maximize the talent around you. So you feel that on every play, you gotta make something happen. You gotta make a big play because you feel like that's the only way you're gonna stay in games. That's kind of the situation where Justin Fields is. He has some talent there. Allen Robinson is decent. The young kid last night that really popped off the screen, I can't think of his name, but I'll, drop it somewhere down here. This guy, his stats or whatever, because he played well last night. He has some pieces, but, he still has Jimmy Graham. He still can do a little something for 2-something, but, other than that, man, Justin's balling. He's balling. Now, he doesn't have, he's not Patrick Mahomes, prime 2019 Patrick Mahomes balling. But the kid in the situation that he's in is making plays. He's making plays and making the big NFL throws that not most NFL quarterbacks can make on a regular basis. So with that being said, I have high hopes for Justin Fields. I think they need a coach kind of similar to what Tennessee has. Maybe a defensive guy, but get the defense right, because you got pieces on defense. Get them right, get them tight, and implement an offense that helps Justin Fields and takes the pressure off of him, and tailor to his strengths. The dude got a cannon. He got an arm, and he has a gift for hitting those deeper routes down the field, and he has the ability to move and shake. He's very elusive when he if he can get a few blocks. He can make some things move as a runner too. So something to think about, man. But I'm a fan of Justin Fields. So I hope he does well. I think the next coach, because I don't see Nagy holding on. He holding on like this, but I don't see Nagy holding on. If Nagy's up out of there and you get you a coach, maybe preferably someone defensive minded, that defensive coach brings in an offensive coordinator that's like a Brian DeBoer, a guy that, is going to tailor the offense to what the quarterback does best, and, get the running game going. There's nothing wrong with what Tennessee's doing. They're at top of the AFC, and all they've done is run the ball, take their shots with Tannehill downfield with A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. They take their shots when they have them, but they build their offense around running the football. And they've as of late been playing balls out defense, getting turnovers on defense, getting defensive touchdowns. That's how you win. That's how you win, and you're not putting all that pressure on a young quarterback. Like, this is not new. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Stay tuned for the next video. The next video is probably going to be more geared towards more NFL predictions and what's going on in the NBA. We're going to talk about the Lakers. Gotta talk about Westbrook and what's going on there, because I have no idea what the plan is. They lost the plot. We got to talk about it, but stay tuned.